What's up, everybody? Welcome to the live stream. We're gonna be showing off season 5 today. I know everybody's excited about it. The developers here are also incredibly excited to share what we've been working on for the last God knows how long at this point. But yeah, should be a fun time. So let's get into this. I'm going to bring on the other developers now. What's up, guys? You can talk now. Wait, I had you muted. Never mind. You can talk now.
Yeah. I was like, wait a second, you still have us muted.
This is a real professional organization we got going on here, everybody. All right. Anyway, do you guys want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure.
Hey, I'm Verbran.
Hello, Verbran, and I'm Chaos. And yeah, what do we do?
So, here we go, everybody. This right here is the seasonal server. As you can see, it's completely empty, waiting for you people to get here. We're gonna go over some of the new things. So, I believe we wanted to start with, was Affixes the thing that we wanted to start with, Chaos?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Sure.
That's your thing, so go ham.
Yeah. All right. So then the only problem with this is gonna be you're gonna have to start yelling at me if I start getting too technical, because that might be how I start explaining these things. But let's talk affixes, shall we? So, for starters, I'm gonna need to get myself an item with an affix. So 1 second, please. Duncan over here is showing off his blue aura.
Very nice. Testing aura.
Yeah. So I'm gonna show off this by just pulling out some bracelets. So, as we've said in some of our notes beforehand, the items that are going to roll with affixes in Season 5 are only going to be your sub-gear. So, rings, amulets, bracelets, gauntlets, and boots, not Shelton. The reason we are only doing those to begin with is because this is going to be kind of a trial run of the affix system. When we've gotten a good feedback and we figure out what is the approach we want to take on a more permanent basis, we will then apply affixes to the rest of the gear in the game. Shields, weapons, armors, and everything except Sheltums. And when well, I'll get into more explanation here in a moment. But, for starters, let's get some gear with an affix, huh? So I'm just going to run a quick little... Oh, that is not the command I wanted to run. Ignore that. Okay, this is what I wanted, right? That has no affixes on it. Did I really get that unlucky? What is going on here?
Are we not getting affixes?
There we go. I really did just get that unlucky. There is an incredibly low chance of a rare not having affixes on it, and I just got that. So... Oh yeah, you like the Rick design? I totally... You know what? I forgot I was playing on my modded client. This is not how the game looks by default, everybody. This is my modded version of it with a modded Rick and modded inventory. Yeah, this is not PTU. Anyway.
Now everyone wants it.
If you want it, I can give you a link. I have the link to it, so...
Give me the files, I want it.
So let's take a look at these affixes before we get too distracted here. So this is a bracelet, obviously. Bracelet was one of the things that we had, and this is... You can see in the name, Healthy Grand Bracelets of the Student. So there is a prefix section to an affix, and there is a suffix. The prefix in this case is healthy, and then the suffix is, of course, the student. So if we do the hold down P to see the perfect item thing, like we have already, what it'll do is it'll actually list off what within that affix section is being provided by by the prefix or the suffix. So here you can see add HP. This is actually a great example that we got here to show this off. Add HP right now is only getting provided by the healthy prefix. And it can give you a max of 9. Right now, it's just giving 6, as you can see here. So the perfect item view is still working in the same way that it's always worked. Where it displays the perfect amount when you hold P, right? The add MP, which we're getting a total of 26 MP from these affixes. But if we hold down P, we can see that that is coming from a 15 max on healthy and a 17 max on student, and we're a little below the max values for both of those. So that's how you're going to be able to really tell what is providing those affix values and how good the affix is. You'll also see a thing listed there where it says tier. That is just a way to help everybody, because there's going to be so many affixes. That is kind of a way to tell the quality of the affix you have. Tier 1 is the lowest quality affix, and our max currently is tier 4, with the intent to add more beyond that. So that's going to be just kind of a quick glance way of knowing what's best and what isn't. Yeah, pretty much that's about it to really summarize affixes. You're going to be seeing a majority of stats can be modified with those affixes. You'll find attack power bonuses on certain items. MP regen. That's a good one. There's even some HP regen. Obviously, add HP, add MP. Just those really core. Oh, there's also a fun one too. Crit chance. You will be able to get crit chance. It's a possible change the resolution so those letters can be read better. I could. It's gonna make the stream look really rough. Actually, no, I can't. It won't ever look better no matter what I do. Sorry. Because the way PT works. Anyway, crit chance will also be a thing. Crit chance will only be added from rings. If I recall correctly. But anyway, that's pretty much the affix system. So if you have any questions specifically about this, now would be a great time to ask. Other than that, we can move on to something else.
I was just going to add that you said a lot of affixes, many affixes, and there are many affixes over.
Yeah.
We mean hundreds of them.
Did you roll a couple items to show them?
Yeah, I could roll a few more. See if I get unlucky
sure.
again. Pablo, to answer your question in chat, can you re-roll these affixes? For Season 5, we will not be offering affix re-rolls. If we expand the affix system to weapons, armors, and such, we will be adding in stones like Jiras that will allow you to re-roll the affixes. So that will become an option later on. And those will be things that you find and so on. The higher the rarity, the lower the new stats require. Yes. Yes. We'll get into stats a little bit later. But yes. I will also point out that the higher the rarity of the item, the better the quality of the affix that you can get on it. There are certain affixes that will only roll on rare or higher gear. Do affixes have tiers? Yes. I mean, there's different. Let's say, well, since we're not gonna have re-rolling yet here, let me just make a few more items, right? We'll do a. Let me get a ring or something.
How many affixes are there, Ash?
There are
270?
There are 260 unique affixes currently.
Nice.
So, so here we can pull out this this amulet, right? So this one, add defense, add attack rating, HP, MP. Let's just pull out another one here for this heck of it. Not getting anything. See if we can get one of the more rare ones. They're rare for a reason. HP regen, here. That's one of the more unique ones. Are there epic or legendary only affixes? There are currently not epic or legendary only affixes. The highest affixes roll from the rare category forward. It might be something we add later. The affix system is something that we will continue to add on to as time goes on. This is just the initial offering.
Yep, this is version 1.
Yep. Do stats give some secondary effects besides equipped gear? Well, we won't be... If you're talking about those that come from affixes, those will just be like equipped gear. If you're talking about actual character stats, that's something we'll get into a little bit later. So yeah, those are the different affix things.
Perfect. Let's see if there's one more question about affixes, and then we'll move on to the next subject. Give them a minute. I mean, affixes look amazing. I'm super excited to play with them myself, from a developer point of view, it's even super interesting to see where the game is going with these kind of changes.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to enhanced itemization within the game as much as possible. An item can have an item can only have one prefix and one suffix. That's it. But a prefix or a suffix can add multiple stats. So like we can see with this item right here, it's adding 4 different unique stats. But those stats are only coming from 2 different, like from the prefix and from the suffix. So there's actually no limit really to the amount of unique things it can add. It just depends on what the prefix and suffix are categorized as adding. I guess I'll put it that way.
An item can be between 0 and 4 affixes. Well, it can only have 2 affixes, but an affix can roll 2 modifiers. I think that's the correct way.
It can roll
say
even
right?
more than 2 modifiers. There's technically, I mean, it's technically unlimited. I think I have 3 at the most right now for the rarest ones, but usually 2 is about your average, and 1 for the really common affixes.
Yeah, so this means that once you press P on your item and you want to investigate the item, you can see which affix is applying which bonus stats. Correct?
Yep.
Cool. Nice.
Fixes and suffixes, can they be the same type? Yeah, there is a prefix and a suffix version of every single like buff you can get, right? So like, or not buff, but like a fixed thing you can get. So let's say there's a prefix that gives plus 0.5 crit rate. I don't think there is one that does that, but just we'll take that as an example. Then there's also a suffix out there that also has a plus 0.5 crit rate as an option. So if that makes any sense.
Yeah, so you can get the point X% crit rate twice because you could roll down your pre and suffix.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
Correct.
Exactly.
Correct. We are really going to be looking for feedback on this affix system for sure. And how we're going to move forward with it. Yeah, this is just version 1, like we say, and we'll move forward and see how it works with Pristontale. It's a new adventure for everybody here in that regard. So.
Yeah, exactly. Good question, Torres. Are we going to identify the items by the name on the floor? You cannot, actually.
Yeah.
This is a bit of a code limitation right now. So the items will just display as their rarity type, as they have done in the past. And you'll have to loot them and figure out if it's good loot or not. So.
Yeah, I tried to add that, but we have a limitation right now. So currently you will have to look at it.
Everything uncommon plus you will have to look at. Commons cannot roll affixes, so you don't have to worry about your common drops.
Yep.
Can you increase the mana pot's drop rates amount? Well, that's actually being looked into, yeah.
All right, what would we like to move to from here?
Yep, let's go to the Astral boat. Let's walk up
the
to
Astral boat. Let's go.
Yeah, I think that would be cool to show.
We're gonna cheat our way there because we're on a GM character, baby.
Oh,
whoa, look at that. All right. So.
Wait, I need you to enable something for me, Ashe.
Oh, what do I
Can't be
do?
running around like this.
Oh, I need a little companion with me? Is that what you're saying?
Exactly. That's a placeholder icon, by the way, for everyone watching.
Is that my pet? That's my pet. Go. Awesome.
Yeah.
Got my little Arma coming with me here. Got a Hestian over here. All right, let's check out the Astral boat. Now this thing is, okay, I've done a little bit of testing here. I mean, a lot of bit of test. Like all the developers have been playing a ton. This is one of my favorite aspects of the season because it's just so damn convenient. We've added these locations that in the past have always been really a pain to get to. I mean, we all know the walk to Oasis. We all know the walk to Frozen Sanctuary. God, we all know that one so well. But anyway, we've added this boat system.
I can hear the sigh of Verbran in the background because we're using the old asset.
Oh.
No, not really. It just that was about Ice 2. It's a long walk.
Yeah.
It was horrible every season.
So
I thought it was because the asset was wrong. So
yeah, the asset is wrong though.
image right now is old version, so it's actually more
Yeah.
clean than it shows right now. But keep
We have a
going,
better
You
map.
can
sorry.
see it.
So there's a couple reasons why I absolutely love the teleport system. A, we kept Clever Neuter's basic teleport locations, right? So Forest of Spirits is here, Acacia Forest for Mushroom Cave. What were some of the other basics? Railway of Chaos was one of the ones on the list, right? And yeah, then there was another one like in Heart of Param, whatever, but that one's gotten rid of because this Railway of Chaos one, we'll show it in a minute, but it's in a different location. So what I love though, the most about this whole thing, and I'm gonna show you here in a moment, is teleports are no longer one directional. If I click on Oasis, we get to Oasis, and look, there's a boat. We got another boat. I can talk to this guy. Hey, look, I can go back to Palai. Hell yeah. That is like a small thing that I absolutely love that we can do that. So
Yeah, you
Oasis
can go
has
all around the world in no time.
exactly. Oasis has been added to the game essentially with this whole thing. One thing I do want to point out to everybody, Clever Neuter is no longer cloned. Well, he is kind of cloned in some of the destinations, but he is no longer in Riccarton. He is specific to Palai. So if you want to use the teleport system, you're now going to have to come to Palai.
The boat system, Ash. The boat
The
system.
boat, sorry. The astral boats. Sorry. I'm still thinking old school here. Well, here, let's go to the Frozen Sanctuary. Let's go to another one of the popular ones. How much gold to travel? Great question. Chaos, what's the answer? Because I don't actually know.
There's a variation of pricing depending on the zone level. In a upcoming patch to this system, it's gonna display the value in a prompt window, and then you could like accept or decline if you think it's too much. There's this. It's gonna cost you a couple thousands or 10,000s of gold depending on the, on the zone level.
Awesome. Where else can we go real quick? Oh, this is a fun one. I'll show you guys this one. If you go to the battlefield one, it brings you right to the entrance of Cursed Temple. So that's going to be a real convenient one for everybody during the early grinding. Or if you're looking to pay just a little bit less money to go to King Fury. Do it that way.
You can run from here, yeah.
Yeah, if you want to do it. Okay. Anything else about the boats you guys want to talk about? The astral boats.
No, not much. I think it is. It shows some of our like newly, guess learned or like improved stuff that we can actually get, like new objects and boats and everything into the maps, like we had with the complete map revamps recently, and it really opened up opportunities for us to expand the game the way we wanted, and this was one of the new features.
Pablo, you mentioned LOC and the Astro boats. LOC is an option if you take the boat in Riccarton. That can take you to LOC. That's why it's not included as an Astral boat option.
Yep. So the Riccarton boat still has its free destinations, I believe.
Yep.
And that might expand someday, but not at this point. There's an in-between question right here. Will the mobs in hell spawns increase spawn rates or amounts? Best to answer that is Verbran, I guess.
Yeah, it's hard because I don't know how long this person has been playing, but considering the last seasons, it's much faster than it used to be. Our spawn rate is like 3 seconds now, I think. So used to be 7 was a long wait. When you had the full party, everybody would die and would just wait. It doesn't happen anymore, but the number of mobs per spawn remains the same. So we have 7 in a red spawn, and if you have a big party, you can take 2 yellow spawns and go for 10 flags, I believe. So it's a sharp XP increase if you collaborate.
Okay, perfect. Spawn rate is faster. It's not faster than Season 4. Like, this was a change in Season 4, and that's still the case in Season 5. So don't get confused by it. It's not faster than last season. It's faster than all the season before last season.
If it was faster, it would be a pain.
Even faster than this, you cannot survive anymore, probably. Or not loot your items, at least. Yeah, same as Season 4, Therese. Alright, perfect, nice. Anyone, any other questions about Astral boats? And if not, we'll move on.
Oh, I should mention about Astral boats because this might be a question. You might be seeing this and you might be thinking to yourself as a speed running connoisseur, um, that oh well level 1 I can just go to Oasis. You cannot. Oasis has a level restriction to get to. It's level 30. Now you can still enter Oasis as a normal walking player at level 1, but to use the Astral boat you need to be level 30. I do believe Cursed Land is level 20. I believe is the restriction. Correct me if
Yeah,
I'm wrong.
most likely. Yeah.
And I don't believe Acacia or Force of Spirits has a restriction. So
Don't think it
To the
has,
boat
but
in
it's,
Land.
you still need your gold. So even
yeah,
if you're
yeah.
like logging in level 1 on season 5 and you're like, I'm gonna go to Oasis, even if it had no level restriction, you wouldn't be able to go there because you need to pay the fee. All right, nice.
Oh, I should show the Railway of Chaos one because this one's actually kind of interesting. No longer does the Railway of Chaos lead to the end of Forbidden Land. It actually now brings you to the Railway of Chaos. This is where the boat lands. So from here you can get a Heart of Param real easily, and this is why Heart of
Even
Param.
I had seen this.
This is
Yeah,
why.
This
it's
was new to me
centered in the
too.
map, so you can go either
I
way this
love
time.
this one.
Yeah, so Heart of Param does not have a teleport anymore, or teleport as it used to be. It does not have an Astral boat location. You can use the Railway one to get there, or the Eurowing that can actually get a use. So
Yeah, exactly. I'd suggest to show Cursed Land because it's a very nice location.
oh, the curse. Oh yeah, I don't know why I didn't show this one. Okay, get ready for this one, guys, because this one is super cool. Look at this. We used the tower. Who would have ever thought these stupid little
Oh,
towers in
yeah.
Curse Land would ever get used for something? But here we
They're
are.
amazing.
Yeah, this is so it thematically fits so perfectly. That this is the boat
Actually,
stop.
they finally have a reason to be in
Yeah,
here.
exactly. It looks like it's supposed to be here. So, yeah, that one is super cool. Well done, whoever thought of that idea. Oh
I'll
yeah,
take the credit.
yeah, crack. We put a ton of hell spawns in the lower maps so that
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
day one will not, hopefully, not be problematic.
Let's go to Acacia Forest because
Yeah.
that's probably the most crazy map we got right now.
Acacia Forest, Garden of Freedom, and Bamboo are a little ridiculous. Look at that. It's just spawns everywhere. So.
Oh, we can actually move down right away to the pot lady and stuff.
I was gonna say
because
we can talk to Walt, can't we?
yeah, we can actually.
I don't think he's gonna have anything to give me, but we can go talk to him at least. See how
Anyone
he's
in
doing.
chat knows what Walt is referring to? Would be amazing if you actually managed to guess that. All right, so Ashe, I guess we can do two things in one go. You can open up your new instant premium shop by pressing J.
The new instant premium shop? Tell me more, Chaos. All right, so you can just open up the item shop now by hitting J. You don't need to visit it in town. And then if you want to buy some, oh sorry, you can say it, Chaos.
Just grab like a companion and buy a companion skin or whatever.
Oh, just a companion. That's it. Just a companion. No particular reason for that. Just want to show it.
I just want to show it.
Let's see. What do I want? I'm gonna pick an Egan.
These assets that you're seeing are placeholders still. They're being created as we speak before the season starts. So yeah, it delivers it right away to Vault, and Vault is in multiple maps, so you don't have to always visit the item distributor anymore. You can just grab your loot from Vault. This also helps with boss rolls, because if you want an item from any boss in these early maps, you would have to go back to Ricardon to get your item, and that's no longer the case. You can actually go to Vault and grab it.
Yeah, like I just did here. I got my Egan pet.
Oh, nice. Awesome.
Now I'm going to activate it.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea.
Boom. So now I have added the Egan to my collection. So you can see right now I've got the Arma hanging around. Is he coming? Get over here, Arma.
So the Arma is the default skin, okay? So if you get your pet system, and the pet system is it's mostly cosmetic. You get a little weight increase, just like the Gravity Stone and the Sheep Head in game. But it's mostly just for cosmetic purposes, and it will run like a premium timer, like anything else. You actually have the old icon. I have the new one.
Hey,
So-
I updated my assets this morning. I
Yeah,
got
I just
everything new.
I didn't push them yet. It's my bad. Um, but if you press K, you can actually see your collection of skins, and you can fill in any name for your pets, and there are separate names for every pet that you want that
There
you
he
have.
is.
All right, there you go, little Egan. Let's give him a name. See what it does.
Let's see here. I need a good name. What's a good name for an Egan? We're gonna call
Verbran.
it Verbran. It is. Well, I have a different combination of things that involve that than I usually. Anyway, sorry. Back to this. Yes, Verbran. Now he's
So
a
there
little
we
guy.
go.
Can I hit him? No, I can't hit him. Shoot.
No.
God, that would have been
Okay, so
really enjoyable.
it's actually a good thing because they're not going to be in the way. We got full control over collision now, so we actually have disabled collision for the pets. So you can just run over them. They're not going to be in the way when you're in a hell spawn. You can also not accidentally click them, so they're not going to interrupt your skills in the hell spawns. They're just, just accompanying during your journey. So that's pretty awesome.
Well, I just accidentally used the skill. So maybe now is the time to talk some skills.
Oh, that might be a good thing, because we did. Let's see, affixes, Astral boat, mail carrier, pat system, so many cool stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, I might actually know why, Ash. That's a good one.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, we're gonna. It was working all up until right now. So.
Yeah. So what Ash is saying, she's talking about the cooldown system that we have and that we actually want to showcase. But because of some reworked code today, it's actually not working. So we're gonna have to fix it up by tomorrow.
Awesome.
It's gonna be fine.
All right.
It's gonna be fine.
So yeah, we can't show that
You
one.
can
But...
maybe you can show a demo if you can open up something on your monitor. I don't know if it's.
Yeah, I mean we have some old pictures and stuff lying around. If any, so what we're talking about right now is the new cooldown tracker that will show up for skills. Since I can't really demo it, I won't get
no worries. I'll
too
post it in
deep with
Discord,
but yeah,
in the chat, and they can just go there and see what it does. It'll be fine.
Yep. So that'll be fixed for release.
Yeah. So in short, it's a cooldown tracker that once a skill hits the 5-second mark, it's gonna count down on your screen, and then it's gonna light up if it's ready. That way you know what skills to rotate between.
Yep.
That's pretty awesome.
And then
Nice.
I have to show this off just because. Okay, all my mechs out there, you know, electric overload, dealing with that poison attribute thing for a while now. It's been, yeah, you know, we wanted an upgrade, right? And making electric overload look a little bit different. So I already previewed this, but that's how you activate electric overload now. It looks a little bit different. The icon looks a little bit different. It
looks cool.
It fits now.
I like it. It's very nice.
It's purely a cosmetic thing, but it was worth it. Oh, now the tracker's working for me. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to figure out what's going on. Anyway, well, I can.
It's working this time?
Yeah, I can show the tracker though.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So yes.
Oh, cool.
So if I go over here, activate that, then we'll give it a little bit of time. Here, let me use my compulsion too, so we can see 2 items. Now we just kind of wait for the cooldowns. There we go. Now it's telling me when my compulsion is going to be ready. Boom. I can compulsion again. Looks like electric overload didn't work again. So there's a little bug there. But, yeah. We'll get that sorted.
They at least know what it visually looks like, so that's pretty cool.
Yep, exactly.
So this is pretty much a step towards a complete action possible bar and like having your own keybinds, because the app slots are a little bit outdated. Having like the ability to change your action slots and stuff like that is plans for the future, but for now this is a good step in the right direction, right?
You can move it around.
Step is an awesome step.
Yeah,
it's an awesome step.
It's like our in-between step between this and having a proper skill bar, a proper action bar, that you would expect from games of this nature.
It already makes a huge difference.
Yeah. Can you move it around, or is the position fixed? For release, it's going to be just in that one spot. I plan on modifying it later to add the option for people to customize its location. But on release, it's just going to be this.
Awesome.
Okay, do we want to start getting into the real reason most people are here?
Almost, yeah. Did you read my message on the Discord channel, just to verify something with you?
Yes,
then...
I just caught it.
All right.
All right,
You're
so
leaking insider information. Please.
what we're gonna do, everybody, is we are going to, actually, Chaos, fill time for a second, please.
All right. I'll just see if anyone has any remaining questions. You can directly ask them. I'll see if I can get you the answer before we move into the skill section. Welcome, Saria. Saray.
I might have just absolutely
I
blasted everybody
never
there for a
know
second.
how to say that.
Sorry about that.
No worries.
Oh, good.
I think we can
Pablo
go to the
can't
skill
wait
section.
anymore.
Yeah. Brag.
He's gonna have a mental breakdown.
Like, we're looking at 10 classes completely changed up, so this is gonna be an interesting one. I
Gonna be
doubt that we can
intense.
show literally every change, but we can get the majority out there.
Yeah.
All right, no worries, Ash.
So what we're gonna do, we're gonna take a quick break here, everybody, just a couple minutes. I'm just gonna hand us back to the intro screen, and we will move on to skills right after this. So stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. What's up, everybody? This is Ash. Only Ash. The rest of them are muted. So we are about to start the mutiny that I was planning years ago. We're going to be taking over. We're going to be kicking Chaos out of leadership. Just kidding. It's not happening. So we're going to need a couple more moments here. Just waiting for everybody to get back together, and then we can start showing off the skills. We're going to do a 3-person party. All 3 of us are going to be playing on a different class. I will be playing on Mech, surprise, surprise. And yeah, we'll get this shown off. Any questions while we have this little bit of downtime? We will be releasing patch notes after this, so there will probably be a lot of stuff. How am I doing? It's been a chaotic week. Absolutely chaotic week. But we're getting there. I remember Electric Overload was supposed to be cast without having to retarget mob after. Is it still in the plans? Yes, when we do add the skill bar system to the game, that will be the case. As the game works currently, because you have to select a skill through your menus and then right-click to activate, it's going to... We still have to keep it the way it is, let's put it that way. But we do plan on adding that ability at a later point. Right now, it's still going to be a little frustrating. Trust me, I understand the frustration. Favorite food? Pizza. It's always pizza. I used to work at a pizza place. I used to manage a pizza place. And I just love pizza. It's so good. Okay. It seems like everybody else is ready, so I'm going to unmute and bring us back. Yeah, now we are. I accidentally remuted myself instead of... Yeah, anyway, we're all good.
You go.
Freedom!
And then
All right.
Verb, the answer to your question. Fuck no. All right, let's continue. Where are we fighting, guys?
We're in field 40, waiting
40.
for you, actually.
You're waiting for
Yeah.
me?
Yeah,
Oh, what am I
you're
doing?
supposed to be
Exactly.
here.
I'm just lazy.
Hello.
Hello.
All right. So, yeah, you're on the Mech, so you're gonna have to, I guess, explain them a little bit what's new about Mech while we do this. So, let's go to the spawn.
Boy, yeah, I'm probably gonna need some help with that. Let's see.
Yeah, I mean that's fine.
Let's see. What we got going on? Bear with me, guys. I gotta double check to make sure I know what build I'm doing on this character. I think I got a Spark Mech build. Yeah, looks like I got a Spark build set up at the moment. Are we just going straight to the HS?
Sure.
All right. So yeah, let me begin with Mech. So, for Mech, we're not seeing too much of a... Let me make sure the game audio isn't overbearing here. Okay. For Mech, we're not seeing a massive change in terms of the skill aspect of it. You guys fight for a moment while I kind of preview stuff. The biggest change that probably you'll notice is the location of skills has changed yet again. We have Spark Shield now in Tier 4. Monsters can kindly go away. Let's see here. We have Compulsion down here. We have... You know what? I just need to, like, hide myself. Okay. Metal Golem has actually been moved out of Tier 4. One of the bigger changes that you're going to see from Mech is Mech Weapon Mastery has been adjusted slightly. So, how Mech Weapon Mastery is going to work now is it will still apply a 100% bonus to Mech spec weapons, but if it's a one-hander, it will do half that amount of bonus. But if it's a hammer, it will do double that amount of bonus. So if it's a one-handed hammer, it will just do 100%. It'll just be a combination of the two things.
Yep.
Yep. So
Why did we do that?
why did we do that? So we're trying to get... Well, hammers obviously have always been kind of ignored within the Pristontale scape, so to speak, right? So we're trying to give it even more incentive to use hammers as a mech. And especially since we've done some changes to claws that make them not as viable of an option, really, for certain builds, it's important to give more incentive, or more bonus from that hammer. So you'll see right now I'm using a mech, and I got a one-handed hammer that I'm using, and then also a two-handed hammer. So, some of the other changes to Mech. Let's see here.
Maybe Verbran can fill in. If
Yeah,
there's
Verb, you got anything? I don't think Mech has too much really to speak to in that. Now keep in mind, everybody, all classes have been rebalanced. So when I say there hasn't been skill changes, I just mean like massive changes. All skills have had their percentages and stuff adjusted. And you will be able to see that in the patch notes coming up. Verbran, do you have anything?
Sorry, I was muted.
Yep, you were
So
talking.
there are no big changes to Mech really. So we just rebalance.
Yep.
With Mech was really weak, underperforming by like 40%.
Oops.
Horrible. So now it's much better. And there was another point I'm forgetting. Yeah, electrical overload. It has a new cooldown and duration. So before it was a little bit clunky to use. So like you use a lot of mana, stamina, and then you have to pot really quickly, and then your turn is running, and you lose like 10-20% of the damage. So now it's a little bit more natural to cast electrical overload and start shooting or whatever you want to do.
So Automech is dead. Automech is not dead. Automech still hits like
No.
a truck.
Yep, for sure.
And that's
still very viable.
And that's something that we can actually talk about quickly is, so as you can see, as we've kind of been following now in the nature of the game, combat is more AoE centric, as we kind of did with the Season 4 changes, right? And that is still the case now in Season 5. But what we've changed about that approach is now we have monsters that are going to disrupt the flow of the AoE combat a little bit more. For example of that would be, more frequently there's going to be heavy hitter monsters that you need to focus down. Like this Gorgon, for example, right now. Or these Undead King Hoppies even. They're actually kind of a pain to kill too. They will be more frequent. So classes that focus on a more single target approach will be pretty viable in these type of party situations. Because even from our internal testing here at the start, you can actually gain more XP by having people dedicated to AoE in your party and also having people dedicated to single target. Being able to focus down those higher HP monsters in order to get the spawn rotating faster and getting more of the lower, easier to kill monsters into the mix, so to speak. So
Exactly.
So
That's
that
where
is
Automech comes in.
Yep, that's long way of saying no, Automech is not dead.
Awesome. All right. Yeah, that's and then I guess quite a major change is that claws require a health stat now to be equipped, which is kind of the tank weapon now, right? That's quite
Yes.
a major change.
Yes, let me look at a claw real quick, because this is going to
Do you
be
have any on you?
probably the most controversial update. But claws will now require health as a mech. And there was a lot of reasons that we did this. I won't get into all of them here, but long story short, the goal is to make the claw a more tank-specific style build weapon, which is why we've added health as one of the required stats on a claw. So it just kind of feeds with that whole approach. Now, stats, I still haven't really gone over the stat update. You can read my incredibly long Discord post about most of the stat-related stuff. But, yeah, a whole lot of math that went into it. But what I can tell you is that as an overall, whether you're doing tank mech, whether you're doing power mech, auto mech, or whether you're doing a fighter build, or whatever class you're playing, that the stat point requirements that you will need in order to use your basic gear will be equivalent for every single build in the entire game. Everybody has been balanced for stat requirements.
Oh, that's actually a good question coming up there. Sorry interrupting, but finish what you were saying. Sorry.
Yeah. So I lost my train of thought. So.
Oh, good. So there's a question about hammers being more accurate and stuff like that, and we actually reworked some of the attack rating formulas, correct?
Yes. Yes.
A
So
lot.
attack rating
A
formulas have been redone across the board. We have made it so that your classic high attack rating classes like Atlanta and Archer are pretty much the same. Not a massive change there, just a little bit of a change. But all the other classes basically got like a 20% attack rating boost. Is the basics of what happened. Now, how did we do that attack rating boost? That was shifting how the stat association provides you that attack rating. So it used to be that attack rating literally only came from talent, agility, and your level. Now, for those melee classes, you get attack rating from strength. For magic classes, you get attack rating from spirit. You get attack rating from a main stat. So in turn, you end up with more attack rating overall from that. So it should really help with this common problem we've had lately where it's just a lot of misses can take place. We weren't happy with that, so we have adjusted to make that better. I will also speak to, since we're kind of getting into stats a little bit, I will also speak to the damage formula. So, I also spent a fair bit of time redoing the damage formulas from the game. The damage formulas previously basically gave you damage for adding stat points to anything. The amount it gave you was always a varying amount per class, but everything basically added damage in some way, shape, or form. Which sounds good, but what that actually led to was it made that strength, for the case of this character, wasn't adding as much as it really could. And focusing more stats into strength wasn't as beneficial as it could have been. So this is a long way of saying, basically, the only thing that adds damage now for a class is your main stat. Strength, spirit, or agility, depending on the class. And type, for mech, depending on what kind of weapon you're using. What this ends up being for you as the player, in the end, you're going to do more damage. That's really what it's going to come down to. If you put more stats into strength, you are going to do more damage.
Much more, I must
yes.
say.
If you choose to do a minimum amount of strength and instead put a lot into health, you will feel it. You will really feel it not having those extra stat points into strength. So there's a further incentive there to diversify your stat points and not just go for as high of health as possible for survivability. So.
Yeah, just let me raise a point. So someone now may be concerned about, like, I only have 20 health. How am I going to survive the game? So we also rebalance every single mob and every single boss in the game. So if you're playing an assassin with 20 health points, it's very unlikely you're going to be killed in a hit. So don't be worried. The game was balanced around the new stuff.
You're still gonna
You
take
can-
massive damage.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
don't get us wrong.
A lot of damage. Like if you're playing a pure build with an assassin, let's say you are level 75 and you're going to King Fury, you'd better have an HP mix, otherwise you'd probably die. But there is something you can do now at least before you just die if you didn't have 100 health points.
Yeah,
you can possibly get your affixes
Yep.
like more pointed towards that,
Yeah,
right?
that's
And
true,
mix
yeah.
of crit and health, you could increase your survivability now.
For example, I'm currently playing with base health, as you might have seen, and I'm using a two-hander, and like things are hurting. Don't get me wrong. I run into this, I'm probably gonna die, but like, it's not instant death anymore.
Yeah, I'm also a pure build on my pike, and I haven't died yet, so it's going quite well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we're playing without affixes as characters, so we have some
Yeah.
more power creep there that we
Verb.
could have potentially gained.
Can you answer that question? The latest one there, Verb, about Archer AoE from bosses? Archer's taking AoE from bosses?
So yeah. So we also had this problem with bosses, like they had a really high range for the AoE skills and you'd be hit wherever you were. So Atalantas and Archers now can escape the range of ranged monsters. I mean, not only ranged bosses, but all kind of bosses that do AoE damage. So the only thing you have to do, of course, don't be where it spawns. Predict when it's going to spawn, move away, reposition, and shoot. If you just stand in place, you're gonna die for sure.
All right. So what I am going to do right now, everybody, is I'm going to switch this over to the other screen, and I'm going to go log on the pikeman. Here, let me mute the music. There we go. We're gonna
Oh,
log
I
in
was
some.
going to.
What'd you say?
I will
Yes?
log off the pikeman so
Yeah,
you can
you
log
should
into
probably log on.
the pikeman.
That makes sense.
I was gonna make a suggestion because Ash commented that now we can play 1v1 builds, and we should show how this works. So
I was actually
we can
doing
pick.
it a little bit, but if
Yeah.
it's actually ready to play 1v1 now, the pikeman. I adjusted the stats, so
So
you can perfectly go there.
what we're going to do now,
You
I'm gonna
want?
stay in the center of the spawn, and someone gonna stay with me, like idle in place, and
Yeah, I'll
someone will
come with
run
you.
around and killing everyone.
Are you still in a party, Verb?
Not anymore. Yeah.
So here's
Okay,
the
no,
problem,
no issue.
everybody. The person streaming this playing the pikeman doing a 1v1 build. I have never played pikeman.
Oh, what a shame! 20 years of Pristontale.
Look, okay, I have a bias against pikemen. It's known. There's a reason. But yeah, I'm actually thinking about playing a pikeman this season. It is on my short list of classes to pick out, so maybe it's time. Are you guys in map, or are you guys still in Endless Tower?
Yeah,
Yep.
Field
Okay.
40.
Coming. My inventory chaos is just full of things that say no image.
Oh, Priestess 1v1 feels so much fun. Combining that with the every now and then chain lightning.
Okay,
I'll get
so-
you into the party.
And Vigor Ball
So,
too, don't forget the one.
how
Yeah,
the-
yeah, I'm using Vigor Ball, sure.
So I'm assuming I use Shadow Master. That's the big one.
That's
Chain
your
Lance is the
cooldown.
normal.
Yep,
that-
and then F2 or F3 is your crit increase multiplier.
Does the crit one? Do I have to apply that to a monster?
You can apply that to Gorgons and stuff like that. It feels very
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
gonna be very helpful.
Okay.
So what we're going to do now, I'm gonna stand in the center of the hell spawn, and Chaos is gonna stay with me with his Priestess, and Ashe is gonna kill everything around.
Well, I'm gonna try. Remember, I have never done
You
this
will
before.
succeed.
You'd hope so, right? I think I played enough PT to understand the basics here. Okay, so apply that, and then just hit him with. Why am I? What's going on here? Oh, because I'm on the wrong skill. Whoops.
What a
Bad.
demo.
I'm a noob. I'm just a no good noob. Let's see.
So you do a lot of damage with that chain.
Let's apply. Okay, so we do that, we do that, do that, and we hit it. Okay.
So another important thing to notice is that ranged mobs are no longer within range of ranged characters like Priestess and Shamans and Mages. So the classic AFK play style is not going to work anymore.
Oh, that was
You
close.
have to. Yeah, what a shame, Chaos. We are live.
What a yeah. This is. Can't have this.
That's right.
You're fired.
I mean, you know, there's this part where Priestess healing is less effective than it used to be, you know?
What was that?
I know.
Uh-oh.
I've heard something about it.
There's been rumblings.
I'm definitely on I'm on a damage build. I'm not supposed to tank the center of this health one at all. So yeah, more regarding pikemen is that you know, you're showing the 1v1 build right now,
Mhm.
but the AoE build is actually possible to play ground pike combination with tornado, and that's quite interesting because that adds the survivability that pikeman was lacking when they played solo AoE. And it's very nice for party utility because if you're slowing everything around us all the time, I actually might not die.
All right,
So that would be quite interesting to demonstrate.
so bear with me. Well, I'm just gonna put on Tornado and Ground Pike for now.
Yeah, you don't need anything else. Vake, you can use Vake, but that's...
Okay.
Any
do
change
that.
to Venom apart from tier? Yeah, for sure. We'll get into that in a moment. But you can see that on rotation, on your cooldown, I believe it's 12 seconds, You can do 6 seconds of freezing, which is gonna keep the monsters at bay for quite a bit, helping out the party very nicely.
We should definitely, well, I guess I'll briefly mention it here.
Wow,
The tornado change. If you didn't catch Duncan's stream the other day, check this out, everybody. You don't need a target for tornado. You can just click anywhere now, and it'll activate. You can still click on something if you want, but you don't necessarily need a target.
Yep, and it's also always the default range. So
Yep.
the range of your skill is the range you will get. So you're
Always.
not gonna be having to try get the maximum out of it anymore. It's just giving you the maximum that you deserve to have. It's always fully ranged, exactly, Taurus.
Cyclone Strike on Fighter, similar thing. Same,
yeah, exactly the same.
Same approach. Oh, I was looking at chat and I almost got myself killed. That's what that base health will do for you.
Click out of range mage and stay in the center. It will walk towards it and then use the skill. So if you're out of range of your target, it's gonna walk there and use it. If you just click at random, it's gonna use it no matter what. Oop! And
he's dead again!
Yeah, you're gonna swap out of mage. Good.
Yeah, I'm gonna take an assassin.
Let's see how Ashe does solo as pikeman now.
Yeah, class I've never played before, doing a build I've never used before.
Don't die, it's our major rework, don't die.
With base health? But yeah, you could
build.
You can already see how much defensive capability that ground pike is adding. Just freezing these guys and slowing them down is helping me substantially. Oh my god, Ashe, buff yourself. You know what? No, I refuse to. I'm gonna make you guys suffer. You get to watch my horrible pikeman play. Yeah, pikeman looks really fun. We're gonna be seeing a
welcome to Pikeman Tail.
A return of Pikeman Tail, probably.
I mean, the cooldown tracker at the bottom, just looking at the live stream on my second monitor, it just looks so nice. Knowing when your ground pike is ready, and then you don't have to be pressing your S key all the time to figure out what your cooldowns are. It's just very, very relaxing playing now. I need to be careful not to do that again.
So, do we want to talk Priestess?
Yeah, sure. You want to log on to the Priestess?
Sure. Do I want to face the wrath of every single person? Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Let's do it.
Log out from the Priestess.
All right. Let me hop out of here, everybody.
Grant healing is useless now. No, it sure isn't. Not at all. Grant healing is actually still very good. It's just not insanely overpowered as it used to be.
Yeah. As I once said in the chat, Grand Healing, even at level 1, was a passport to immortality.
Yeah.
It was just impossible to die. So, and this is not good for our competitive landscape, etc. So we had to nerf it a bit.
Rip to AFKs at Fury. Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
You will require to actively play your character. Show Shaman, please. We'll go through everything. I think we have at least 1 more hour. At least I do.
Yeah, I can.
So I think we. Yeah, I think we can go through pretty much every character. So stay tuned. The pikeman looks juicy, I have to admit. Yeah, I mean, I love it myself. It's very nice to play now.
Okay, who put? Oh no, never mind. I'm an idiot. Even I think pikeman looks fun. Like, and that is an amazing occurrence because I have hated pikeman forever.
Yeah. You and I, Ash, we always had a lot of crap about pike.
Okay, I'm back, everybody. All right, who wants to run down the basics of the Priestess changes? I only know them kind of, so I'll need somebody else to lead this.
You want to take it to your Verb?
Maybe, yeah.
I'll
So
solve that.
one important change is that Divine Lightning is no longer. I mean, it's still the main skill for AoE, but it's not that you can only play using it. So it will be a very useful skill when you get it, uh, like level 30, 40, 50, maybe 60. But after that, to remain competitive, you're going to need to use Chain Lightning to keep grinding at a good pace. And when I say a good pace, I'm not saying that you're going to get an average experience. You're still going to get the best XP per hour, like only mages and priestesses can do it. But you have to rotate your skills. So you no longer, I mean, you may see people standing idle in a spawn, spamming DL endlessly, but you're going to get way less experience than you should. So you have to rotate your skills. You have to use chain lightning every 12 seconds to get the maximum skills you can use. And you do a lot of damage using chain lightning now.
Yeah, I'm gonna show this off real quick. Let me put on the chain lightning combo here. Okay, so let's do a little bit of gameplay showing. Let's see here. Do I have VR as well? Yeah, let's do
Yeah.
okay, just casually changing my outfit there. Hold up,
How do
please.
the 1v1 build just fail to do?
You had the 1v1 build going, but I'm switching it over. Okay, so let me use that.
So stand here at the center.
Yeah, so Divine Lightning, you know, we've all seen it. We've all been here before. But Chain Lightning, you see that damage? You see those damage numbers? So this is how you're going to be playing Priestess effectively now. Is you're going to be using your Divine Lightning whenever Chain Lightning is on cooldown, and then using your Divine or your Chain Lightning whenever it's available. And that is how you're going to most effectively play Priestess now. From a grind, if your goal is an AoE damage based build.
Exactly. No more lazy clicking the same skill over and over and over.
Yep.
Just like chain lightning got a major hit here.
Yeah, Chain Lightning hits so hard. So.
I think you killed me with your
Oh god!
I died so quick.
I pulled a chaos. I died.
So
Not the only one
I was
dying
going
here.
to say that chain lightning is not the only skill that was heavily buffed. So Priestess can also do a 1v1 build now. So it's no longer like only a support character. If you spend a few points on multi spark, you get a lot of 1v1 damage. And if you spend points on Vigor Ball, it's like her new 1v1 ultimate, so it has a 12-second cooldown, and you deal a ton of damage. So now you're going to be using your priestess to hunt in a decent pace.
Yeah.
Not as strong as in the other characters, but a very good pace compared to the past.
Alright, so I'm gonna switch over to it here. I still want VR. I'm gonna go there. Okay. So I'm gonna do Must Spell with VR, Multi-Spark, and Vigor Ball. That's what I'm gonna be rocking. That's the intent, right? For the
Yes.
1v1 build?
Yeah, so
Okay.
I'm gonna go AoE here.
So what we're gonna be doing here then, we'll just cast our buffs with Must Spell and VR as normal, right? And then Vigor Ball is now going to have a cooldown. So we can cast it here. You can see it's got a 12-second cooldown. And during that cooldown now, Multi-Spark will be your option for a single target build. My god, this Priestess gets hit.
Yeah, we have to keep in mind everyone here is currently playing pure builds, right?
Yeah.
No one is having any health stats, so
Yeah,
if you feel
0
like we're
points.
taking too much damage, it's because we literally went for pure damage builds in
Yeah.
these demos.
We are taking too much damage. Because that is how we are built right now. Built to be risky.
Shout out
Oops.
to who, shout out to who has had this idea. Well, Verb, your credits
Which idea?
for the priestess
Oh yeah.
to roll out the 1v1 multi-spark vigor ball build. Yeah, I mean it's awesome.
Thanks.
I think Priestess rework is one of the cooler ones, to be honest. I mean, there's so many cool reworks.
I love seeing
It's,
multi-spark back in action, like literally back in action.
Yep.
It's a classic.
Oh, one important point about multi-spark is that traditionally, there was a wide range between minimum amount of hits and a maximum. It was like 3 to 6 or whatever. So
Yeah.
a huge damage gap. This gap has been severely reduced. So it's like 3 to 5 now or 3 to 4. I don't remember. So
At
really
level
short
10 here,
variation.
it's 7 to 7, so it's always 7
Yes.
sparks.
So when you get to level 10, you always get a fixed number of sparks. So you have a predictability in your damage. That's why you can hunt with your Priestess.
Why is Priestess hitting 10k? Because single target skills are back on the menu.
Exactly.
It's just important to make it clear that there is a lot of sacrifice in this game. So to get all the damage, you're sacrificing mana regen or VL or VR, whatever. So
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
risky to use chain in bigger role.
Yeah, going full damage that doesn't come, doesn't go for free. Like, it comes at a cost.
Yep.
Yeah. It's gonna
You're
give you a lot of experience, but there is a lot of danger.
Yeah, we
playing
have.
those builds solo without taking any of the utility is very dangerous. Like, the odds that you're going to be spending a ton of rebirths is very likely. So be careful how you build your character, and yeah,
Yeah.
it's really important
My
to make decisions there.
My suggestion is that you play a pure build since the very beginning. If you start playing with HP and you change like 90 levels into the game, you're gonna be destroyed. It's gonna be
because,
horrible.
because you're not used to it. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, you have to get used.
to playing pure.
And just to give a perspective, the difference it makes. I remember when I started the test and I was playing traditional like 100 health builds, and then I changed to pure build, and I was seeing like a 30% XP variation.
Yep,
So
it's quite a lot.
you can see that compared to the old builds that would spend like 200 points in health, you're gonna lose a lot of damage if you go for a tanky build. And
And
once
the
again,
reason
it's one of
being, like the
yeah, it's
reason
one of
being for
those.
this is, sorry, go
Yes,
ahead.
yeah.
Finish your sentence. I'm
Sorry.
cutting in.
So competitiveness, yeah, major.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So you can go with a lot of HP and you can play 24 hours. You're not going to make so much experience as you usually make. So hopefully, even if people play for a long, long time in a really lazy way, people playing actively will be able to beat them. So it's gonna make a lot
Exactly.
of difference to play like active skills and dangerous builds. It's gonna make a difference.
Yep.
Now, I cannot promise it's gonna solve everything. We only know how things unravel when the season, but we can promise that it's gonna be a different season.
Yep. Exactly.
All right, what class would you like me to move to next? Somebody mentioned shaman before, right? Let's go to shaman.
Yep.
How about that?
Go for it.
Yeah.
All right, hold please. Ooh, if I could-
Fighter. Yeah, we'll demonstrate fighter as well, but let's do shaman first because I'm on the fighter. This is so scary and awesome at the same time. Yeah, you can't imagine how nervous we are for Friday. You go.
If you are scared, imagine how we are.
Yeah, exactly. This has been months of preparing, and there's just so much has changed, and we really feel like this is the right direction of the game, but it's such a major difference from where we are right now. But it's so rewarding. It's a little bit sweaty. I was gonna say that before. Like, if you play these pure builds and you want to get like the highest XP per hour, it's gonna be a little bit sweaty. Like, you can definitely be more relaxed in the gameplay if you want to play the game at a more relaxed phase. Just go with a more tanky build, and you'll do just fine like before. Um, there's just two different play styles now. which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, the goal
Yep.
being to give those that really want to invest, having more effort into their play style to really feel the payoff in that regard.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean you
Exactly.
can't
Those are,
not do previous approaches too and still have it work.
yeah, just for those that want to play like really competitive, going for the season title, you'll probably want to go with a pure build and maximum damage. But other people can always spend a lot of points on health and play pretty safely.
Who's the party leader? I'm back.
I'll suggest you to the party.
Oh god, if I don't
Oh, just killed
die
me.
first. Oh, everybody's
Yeah.
dead. Oh, good.
No, I'm hidden. I'm actually building 1v1 right now, so that
Ah,
we can
gotcha.
actually,
I'm gonna hide myself too, so monsters are just gonna be. Good luck, Verb.
Just going to be hitting me.
Yep. You guys are gonna have to help me on this one because I have not experienced much at all when it comes to shaman so far. What's the summary, guys?
Okay, so there are some major differences. Until this season, it was not possible to play a ranged build. So you had Dark Wave and Spiritual Flare, and those skills were really weak skills for late game. But now you can use them if you want to play safely for distance very actively. It's going to be a good build. Probably the best one, I don't remember. So considering it's a very active build, it's probably going to build the best XP per hour. A difference, just like it happened to Priestess's Divine Lighting, Phantom Call, I think.
Yeah, Phantom calls the
Is,
like character-centered AOE.
Yeah, so it's a weaker skill now. Now, don't be scared by the difference in that. You have to take into account that before Season 5, this was the only skill he had. So all his damage came from it. So it had to be super powerful to compensate the damage you lacked for everything else. But now, for instance, you can use Morning Break, which is much stronger than it ever was. So
oh yeah, for sure. Morning Prey is awesome.
it's
The
just
big
like
explode.
just like Chain Lightning is very strong. Morning Prey is very strong too. Another difference is that we have made changes regarding attack speed and animation speed for skills. So Morning Prey is no longer risky as it used to be. So in the past, if you use Morning Prey, you certainly die.
Oh boy. Oh boy. I gotta get some defensive
Just
skill
like
on this
Mage
thing.
now.
Where's that Rainmaker, right? That's the or the
Yeah.
defensive one.
Rainmaker,
Woo!
you need that.
Now mentioning Rainmaker, which you're not using, I can see. Rainmaker has been buffed a lot, so you have increased damage cut and increased evasion because it's a two-handed character, so it's much safer to play shaman now. You won't die as often. But we are playing pure builds, so you may die here. But if you have HP, it's gonna be much harder to die. Another point about Phantom Call, like I said, you're gonna notice a very sharp difference in damage, but take into account that Phantom Call can be cast very, very quickly, so it makes up for the nerf. Like if you have a party that can stand safely, you can cast Phantom Call like no other skill. Like it's insane damage, even though the number is much lower than it used to be. Actually, it was the hardest part to balance Shaman was to control the damage of Phantom Call. It's insane damage if you're playing in a safe environment.
Yep, so if you build your party around it, it's very strong.
Yeah.
And it's probably better to, when solo, to play semi-range build, right? If you're alone in a spawn.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then you're just less likely to die.
This is fun. I like this. I mean, I'm getting my ass kicked because I'm not used to it, but this is it hits good. I like it.
The big
explode. And you can see that even though Ashe is new to Shaman, she can cast those Phantom Calls very quickly.
Yeah. Crack, you asked the question about the cooldowns, why only some show. There's a very specific logic about how the skill things show. if your skill has a cooldown of less than 1.7 seconds, it does not show on the thing. Because, I mean, at that point, do you really need to know? Because you're going to cast it and you're almost going to have it ready instantly. So when it's going to be... So, like, say Phantom Call, where it's got 1.2 seconds. Yeah, you're never going to see it show up on the bar. But Morning Prey, that has 12 seconds, you are going to see it show up on the bar. It's just to keep it from getting spammed with a ton of stuff. To keep it only relevant to really what you care about.
You guys are gonna leave me alone?
Yeah.
Come on.
Anything else about Shaman you'd like to go over? So we can
Oh yeah, last
keep,
2 points.
keep going through it.
Yep.
Yeah, I have last 2 points. So
Maybe try the
Shaman
range
would
build
be
while you're
like
at it.
Yeah, what's the range
yeah,
build?
he has
The Judgment?
Dark Wave. You
Dark
can
Wave
Dark
10?
Wave and Morning Prey.
Dark Wave
And
and
you
what?
need to use, I said Morning Prey and Dark Wave, and you still need to use Advent of Midranda to get the attack speed boost. So you see, you're gonna attack really quickly with Dark Wave.
Why would I use Morning Prey for range build? Help me out there.
It is a ton of damage if you approach the monsters to cast it.
Alright, I'll grab some Dark Wave.
So the last thing I was going to say about Shaman, like he is some kind of DPS mage, so he has a lot of damage if he goes 1v1. And if you check his tier 4 build, he has a combination of judgment and bounce, I think. So at higher levels in a hunt map, for instance, you're gonna deal a ton of damage if you're playing Shaman. And even here, you could play Scratch and Judgment and kill these goblins pretty quickly. So we can totally choose if you're going to play 1v1 or AoE with Shamans too. You have the unique experience of playing a Hunt Mage.
Midranda will be a party buff? No. Only Advent Miguel. And that's another one that someone raised in chat. All party buffs are halved in effect. So
No.
For party members.
Yeah.
Not for yourself.
for party members, for yourself it's 100% effective, but for party members it's 50%. So this means that I am getting Advent Miguel 16% right now, and you are getting 32, I guess.
Yeah, 32%.
Yep. So there we go.
And that applies to every party buff. Everyone. Before it was a little bit inconsistent on which ones it applied to and which ones it didn't. Now it's blanket across the board.
Yep. So your virtual regen, virtual life, holy body, and name all the variations.
Yeah.
Demon's Bane. Yeah.
It's important to say that this is not 100% our idea. Several players complained that party buffs were too OP, so it was very, very easy to play with a full party. So we heard and we decided to reduce the party buffs.
Yep.
All right.
Next.
Yes.
Indeed.
Fighter. Somebody
All
said
right.
fighter. We're going to fighter.
Yep, log into my fighter. It's set up for 1v1, so.
Hold, please. All right.
I don't think you have any music playing right now.
I have it muted in this. I have it muted when we're doing our talking. I only had it going through the intro thing.
Sure. Archer. I will play the archer while you do the fighter, and then you can swap over after that.
Perfect. Where is
Fighter?
There it is.
Hello, Terrival.
And we're back.
Oh, we're back. Hello, Terrival.
All right, so what's the build you got going here, Cass? What were you rocking? A single target, you said?
Yep, you swipe with left and you kill with right.
What was your left skill?
Avenging Crash.
Avenging Crash, you said.
Yeah, right above Demon's Bane.
What does
and
that
then
look like? Oh, okay, there it is.
Don't forget to buff up. It's important as well.
What's
you're
your
invisible. Fair enough.
again? This is a class I don't remember much. Is Destroyer then your cooldown one?
Yeah. Destroyer is the last one. Don't have it bind. It's just on right click for me.
Okay, so we got Berserker.
So you want to keep
buff, we
your
got second-
F2, 6, and 7. You want to keep that up. It's your buffs.
Gotcha. Okay, cast that. That's passive. Okay, it's been a long time since I've looked at fire. Everybody, I will admit. When it comes to these things and all these things, I do the numbers. I don't necessarily go through all this stuff. That's what everyone else does. This is why I kind of look at this and I'm like, what is going on again? Let's see. So
All AoE skills are level 14 skills. Yeah, correct.
we got that, and then I want Destroyer. Okay, that.
Oh yeah, that's an important point. So before season 5, AoE skills came in many levels. So some characters had it early on, and others would have it much later, and it could be hard to level up at some point. So we established a pattern. So your first AoE skill will always come at level 14, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
Yep, 14.
And the second one will come at 60. So there's a clear pattern to ensure that all classes can battle in an evil ground.
Yeah, that's partially true because also one comes at 30 for most classes. If they have 3 different variations, it's 40, 30,
sure.
and 60. And
Yeah.
I'm so bad at fighter.
It's quite hard to play if you're not used to it. I had the same problem getting used to it just now.
This is like, I just feel like I'm just drinking pots nonstop.
There's like some risk-reward factor with lifesteal that you have to get used to.
Yeah.
And,
I'm not. Ooh, I'm dead. There's no way. Yeah, there's no way. That one wasn't happening. Well, this is what happens when you have a pure build, and you've never played a class before. Well, I've played it before, just haven't played this setup.
A quick point about fighters, just like every other character,
Oh, what the heck?
playing in a risky style will be more rewarding. So if you play with Rage of Zekrom, you're going to make more experience than using Cyclone Storm.
It's level 14 that you get your first AoE skill.
Oh yeah, not 40, everyone. 14. It's very early. Everyone gets a very early AoE skill.
Yeah. 14, yeah.
Just find myself picking off stuff on the edges because the only thing I feel safe enough to do.
That's what you're built for to do right now with
Yeah.
1v1, so.
I'll just take stuff that's not paying attention to me. Anything else about fighter?
Not much. Cyclone is clickable.
Yeah, let's show Cyclone off, and then
target.
I'm getting the hell off this thing.
Yeah. Let's agree you're not a good fighter.
No, I'm not a good fighter. It's not because the class is bad. This is not my thing. Alright.
Your AoE skills on fighter are Cyclone and Rage of Zekrom on early game.
So here we go again. Cyclone without a target.
Even solo early game with Rage of Zekrom, you're able to compete with most classes as solo play. If you would be playing solo, so.
Yeah, Rage of Zekrom is a really powerful skill at the moment.
Oh, is it? I need to use it. Let's see here. Where's Rage of Zekrom?
Yeah.
I believe that's
Level 14, so.
Yeah, there it is. Okay,
it's also changed with your Cyclone, so it's mandatory if you go your AoE build route.
Ah, it changed with the Cyclone? Cool.
Yep.
Cool. Boom. Oh, it feels good. It's quick. Yeah.
Yeah, action speed of fighter has always been very quick with concentration buff. What is it called?
Concentration.
Yeah. All right, cool.
All right, so that is fighter. Let's move on. Did anybody have
Yep,
one?
exactly.
Archer. Somebody said Archer.
Yep.
I'll log
Prepared
into
Archer for you.
Fighter now.
Anyone remaining questions of fighter? Will we move on to the next class? Let's see. What will I log into? We're gonna do Atlanta after, so let's do Atlanta.
In some ways, I'm the worst person to show things off, but in other ways, I'm the best because I don't know all the changes. So you have to explain everything to me. All right, here we are.
We're doing explain to two at the same time.
Yeah,
Ashe.
exactly. Can we do a
Can we
bowl of
pull?
fashion? Also,
Let's see if I
Get
can
outta
do
here.
that. Okay.
right. Before we start the fighting, I'm gonna show something off real quick with Archer. Hey, I'm playing on one of my bread and butter characters here now. I ain't dying. Okay, I promised that. I'm probably gonna die now. But anyway, so we've talked a lot about the stats. Let's have a little tangent here real quick to talk stats. Since we're on a character that is probably going to benefit the most from the new stat system. As you can see here, this Archer is not wearing level appropriate armor. Level 100 appropriate armor. No, this is in fact level 70 armor. Well, actually it's level 65 armor. That's plus 10. Because pure build's back, baby. So what we've done is, because of that new stat formula thing, I mean, what we've been talking about this whole time, right? How pumping more stats into your main stat is going to give you more damage. And this Archer has done just that. With the way the stat formulas work, there is a required amount of strength on the bow that will be a little bit higher than what it used to be. Bow's always required strength, but it'll be a little bit higher. So that is going to be your guiding factor for your armor choice. So as you can see here, my bow is 78 strength. So my armor I'm using is the one that has an 80 strength. So it's close. And then I'm using subgear that is also limited to that 80 strength value. So in this case, I'm using all around 75, 80 subgear to match all that. And I can't go higher than that. Yeah, so pure build, baby. Let's do it. What build you got going on here? You are doing an AoE build. Oh, I love playing on a class I actually understand. How much for the no image item? It's a pre-order bonus. Let's see here. Oh, not golden. Let's see. That's what else we rocking? Okay. So we're gonna be doing a Phoenix shot build with this character right now. There. All right, let's do it.
That's what they all say, Hazo, and then they end up playing for 12 hours straight. Just kidding.
12 hours. Those are rookie numbers.
Rookie numbers.
gotta
That's
pump up those
beginning
numbers.
of the grind session.
All right.
I am
Phoenix shot.
gonna organs.
So yeah, it's gonna be hard to get perspective on what the pure build is doing, obviously, because we aren't looking at what the equivalent build is with like just going higher strength, but it's better. And it's worth it. So Archer is just like other classes in the regard, you know, you can do more AoE centric stuff like I'm doing right now. With the Phoenix shot. Phoenix, of course, as many people know, it has the fire effect to it. So it does have a small amount of damage over time. Applied to it. 60%. It's not small. A decent amount of DOT that it does, which obviously helps with that damage quite a bit.
Yep. And even
It was
if you manage to
increased, if
do
I
it,
remember correctly.
yeah. So even if you fully charge your Phoenix shot and you manage to do that properly on repeat, it's gonna do a little bit more DPS than spamming it.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, the way
if you
that
manage.
the way that Phoenix shot is set up is that you will do more DPS overall with a charged shot than you will with a spammed shot.
Yep.
That is the intent of the skill.
It's not a super major difference, but if you manage to pull it off, it's gonna
Mhm.
help that little extra.
Yep.
Is perforation viable? I think Verbran should be able to answer that because I don't know.
I don't remember until what level. Yeah, I won't be able to tell now.
So
Like
eventually
it will be
switching over to
a
yeah.
yeah. So the idea is that you will switch over your skills throughout the game. So
Yeah.
until you get Phoenix Shot, it's gonna be your best skill, and you're gonna grind at a very good pace with it. Even after, I think it's still a good skill, but I don't remember the
Yeah, until you
exact
get some
numbers.
ranks into your Phoenix Shot, right? Then
Yeah,
it's probably at a better time to
yeah.
switch over. Yeah.
And the another small difference is that Phoenix Shot is useful since level 1 now, so you no longer need to spend many points in it to
Oh,
make
oh,
a change.
hold on, jerks. I'm gonna
Sorry.
switch over to. I'm just joking. I'm gonna switch over to a 1v1 build. So, again,
Alright.
that is
Avalanche.
the avalanche thing that we got going
Yep.
on here. And again, this is gonna be helped so much by having that skill timer tracker, so you can know exactly when you're ready to hit with that skill. Let me get it into my rotation here. Now, when we were doing testing, me and Verb, I think it was last Friday, me and him were just partied. We were just sitting here, killing stuff. And I pulled out the archer to join our duo thing, and we just started getting so much more XP. Because having the archer based around the single target build with Avalanche, we were killing the big mobs so fast. So let's see if I can replicate that here today. So we're going to do that. That's...
It doesn't
Okay.
really have anyone centered for AoE though, which is kind of ruining the purpose, but we can still show how much damage you can do.
Yeah. I mean, we're not in ideal circumstances here, people. Don't kid yourself here. But yeah, I mean, Avalanche hits like a truck, as we all already know. Just
Today we here, so no. Rebuff. We are periods. Bad.
Verb, maybe you can answer that question by Hazo.
Uh, I'm
Oh,
not able to
actually,
read.
I
Maybe.
did that part.
Ah.
I'll answer that question.
Oh
So can I ask,
goodness.
isn't Pike NATO a bit strong versus compared to other classes at level 14? Priest can only hit for 3 targets, for example. So I went over all skills early game, level 1 to 40-ish, and I ensured that every class almost performs the same. So damage-wise, you're going to be very similar, or not damage-wise, kill rate-wise, you're going to be very similar on each class. Of course,
Yeah,
Pikeman could, for example, be 10% faster than something else early game because it's super difficult to keep that exactly on the same line. But it's not going to be a major difference. Like you can solo every class up to that level, pretty much at the same playtime. So yeah.
yeah. That's an important thing to say. The beginning, like the early mid levels, are pretty hard to balance because we have skills with different cast speed, and there's a skill that will do flat HP damage and do percentage damage. So you may notice that some classes may be stronger than others at some points. Like maybe fighter will be better than a priestess at a given level for a while. We have no control over it. It's too many variables to control. So what we say about grinding at a good pace is that no one is underperforming anymore, and when you get to a higher level, everything's going to be back to normal. So I mean, not normal. So fighters gonna grind at a decent pace, but no longer as OP as they are to like maybe level 40. So keep that in mind. So don't be fooled by the early numbers because that's the most like the hardest part to balance the game.
Even though they're quite similar, there's definitely a bit of variations there.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I think I got Archer taken care of. So Atlanta, that was the next one.
Yeah, sure. I prepared a very fun build. Like I am actually hesitating to now roll in Atlanta this season after playing that little demo right there.
Atlanta can be really addicting. I definitely understand that. I've been there.
There's been a lot of discussion about Falcon plus Golden, Falcon Chain or not. Also spotted to use Perforation on ground now, or still needs a target to use. I believe Perforation still needs a target to use, because if we
Yes.
don't do that, it's going to be very tricky to point your arrow
Oh
the
yeah,
right
the
way.
flame wave problem.
Yeah, and then we can create the flame wave problem. Regarding your other question, the chain, I believe the chain is not there anymore, or I am
I
not
can no longer
100% sure.
confirm.
Nope, I cannot deny nor confirm right now. But I believe the chain is not intended at this point.
Let's see. How are you doing this chaos? What was your skill setup?
Literally, extreme rage on left click and then soul sucker on right click, and you're good to go.
That's it?
That's it. And then all your buffs up, because freeze javelin bonus effect actually
Mhm.
applies to your extreme rage. So you're doing freezing
Mm.
AoE, and you're soul sucking the big monsters. It's a
Interesting.
very lovely playstyle.
Okay. Well, then let's go do this, huh?
Yeah.
Extreme rage on left click. I don't know if I've ever done that.
I mean, you don't have to. It's just how
No,
I
no, no.
play
I'm
the
gonna,
character. I mean-
gotta give it a shot. Give it a shot. You know, I'm willing to try new things. The freeze effect. Oh, okay then. Okay then. Is that new?
What do you think? That's pretty awesome, right?
Yeah.
No, it's always been. It's
Has it
always
always
been,
been
like
that
but-
way?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's just that extreme rage was utterly useless damage-wise, and that's been changed. So.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that has several big changes also. Can I start?
Sure, go ahead. Talk about Atlanta.
Okay, so Extreme Rage was a pretty bad skill. So like short rages and little damage. So we've changed that. Now we have two possibilities. We can play both Extreme Rage or the other one is Storm Javelin, I think.
Yep.
Storm Javelin.
Storm
Yep.
Javelin.
Yeah. So to make this like different combinations more viable, we had to move some skills around. So Frost Javelin is no longer in tier 4. So in tier 4 you only have the best AoE, which is Storm Javelin, and the strongest 1v1 combination, which is Vengeance and Soul Sucker, I believe. So yeah, you could play Extreme Javelin using Frost Javelin without spending a single tier 4 point, or go for Storm Javelin, get a little bit more experience. An important change regarding Storm Javelin is that it was the only AoE skill that required a 3 skill chain. So you needed Fire Javelin, Lightning Javelin, and another one I think is Wind Javelin.
Yeah,
Yep.
it was
Yeah.
all the elemental javelin skills.
Yes, so we had to spend a lot of points to perform at a decent pace. It's not the case anymore. You no longer need Lightning Javelin to get a decent radius for your Storm Javelin. So you have points left to get, I don't know, a little bit more damage. Or I don't remember the skill, sorry. So yeah,
Oh, the boss is up.
fewer.
Let's go to boss.
Boss
Oh
up?
yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's die. Let's go.
Let's go die. I need a 1v1. Said Vengeance was the 1v1?
Yeah,
believe so.
Vengeance and
Or
Soul
Soul?
Sucker.
Is Soul Sucker still the-
Yep.
Yeah, Soul Sucker is actually stronger than it was, so
Okay.
get it does more damage.
Oops. All
Can
over the
someone
place
kill
here.
this back for me?
No. I'm just gonna
Dang
go.
it.
I'm just gonna go get killed instead.
All right, good luck.
Just AOE on the boss, so I don't feel like changing my skills. Oh god. There we go. So-
Save us, Ash. You are the only.
Oh, I'm
AoE
dead
here.
already. I'm dead already. So that's not good. As you can see
didn't wanna
there,
help me?
the Soul Sucker maxed at 50k damage. Since it was a boss, and since the boss has so much HP. it breaks the limit.
All these pure characters are not made to tank the
No,
boss.
we are not. We're not set up for this currently. Wait, did he?
We need Ashe.
I need to switch to a 1v1 build. Hold, please.
I'm dead.
Okay, what the heck am I gonna do here? I'm gonna just drop Soul Sucker and just go pure Vengeance. Vengeance has an extreme rage, split jab.
Let me get a
perfect,
one hand up.
Cooldown.
Like, do we have a one-hand weapon there? I don't. So
No, I'm gonna grab one.
yeah, we need to grab some weapons to be able to fight it.
I'm just gonna lure on you guys while you're over there. Just pay no attention here. Just casually luring on you. Alright. Let's do this the proper style.
Sorry, I still don't have a weapon.
Working on it. Oh, I'm not using Holy Body. That's what I'm doing
Oh shit,
wrong.
I forgot Frost also. Alright, we're gonna be at this forever, guys.
Okay,
I'm
now I
just-
have a weapon.
Let me tank.
I'm dead.
Let me take this mage out of the way. And now that we no longer have all those mobs around us,
Are you- what
you
the-
can see that
Stay
you're too
max
close.
range.
Ash.
Ah!
Yep.
Yeah, the AoE, I was
You're
too
too
close. Ugh. Well, I'm on a pier build. I'm using level 75, well, level 70 armor. Okay. What a lack
So you
of
can see
talent
the melee
playing.
characters are
Ain't
not
that the
that-
truth? This is a complete lack of talent playing right now. Okay.
Hard
So,
hits hard.
I'm
Yeah, so
also...
for everyone watching, because everyone is saying like things are hitting too hard and stuff like that, we are all on pure builds. None of us build for a tank, so like we're obviously gonna take extremely hard hits for trying to tank a very deadly boss on pures.
Hey,
But
And
even
that's
in
why
this
Verbran
case,
decided.
if you watch closely, you see that with 20 health points, we don't die in a hit. You have time to use a potion.
Like, I'm tanking with 24 health right now, just having my shield skills, so it's possible. Will this update be implemented to Babel during or after Season 5? That really depends on the performance of the update. We want to promise that it's there as soon as possible, and well, it's gonna be there as soon as possible when we feel like it's properly tested to be on Babel.
Also, something to keep in mind related to that, it's a lot easier to implement all these changes on a brand new server than it is to implement them on an already existing server. So there's extra work that we need to put into it to get it working for Babel specifically.
Yeah, I mean, we can kill this boss, or we can just move on to the next character.
Let's just move on to the next character.
We've done enough. Yeah.
Yeah. We got... Once we finally established ourselves, we hit it. Okay,
Yep.
keep in mind, everybody, like Chaos said about getting hit so hard, we are literally playing the glassiest cannony like setups that we can with these characters right now.
Exactly.
So like
Even sub gears are not for level 100. Like,
Yeah.
we are geared with like 80 sub gear and stuff like this.
so
Without
just
affixes, by the way.
so please keep that in mind.
Yeah, you can log in tonight. It's wait, I'll swap back the skills for you. Don't think there's too much to showcase for night, by the way. It's pretty much the same character.
Okay.
Yeah. So I guess you can log in, but there's not much to showcase.
Well, we'll
Knight
hop
is
on
still
it
as
and
solid.
Verb, you can
Mage,
give your
Knight, Assassin. Yeah, that's what they're asking for.
give your overview, Verb, and then we'll move on.
I think Knight overall was just super solid, and the major changes are just a little bit of balancing in values, and that's about it, right, Verb?
Yeah, so now we can use a combination of brandish and sword of justice, I think, sword of justice,
Oh, yeah.
which deals a ton of damage now.
So
Uh,
you're gonna what you're gonna have is that same kind of combo we've been seeing with a lot of classes now is, you know, comboing a AoE that has no cooldown with a really
yeah,
heavy hitting cooldown based AoE
exactly.
to make it so that more active gameplay is more beneficial.
Yeah. Another change is that we improved his attack rating because um, I forgot the name of the skill, the last one. So many names. Tell me the name of the last skill, please.
Last skill, Divine Piercing.
Divine Piercing. Yeah. So this skill was missing a lot of hits. So we increased his attack rating considerably. So we have a more steady damage when playing a 1v1.
Yeah, so I think this was
Another change.
pre the update. I'll just interrupt you real quick. This attack rating on this character is 1536 right now. Before the attack rating fix, I believe it was 1200 on this character. So for some
Yeah,
perspective on how much we're getting out of the new attack rating formulas, and continue Verb.
exactly. Um, there was some other change I don't remember clearly. I think you get more radiant from the lifesteal skill. I'm forgetting all the names.
Holy
Awful
Body.
situation. Holy Body, yeah. So you get more radiant from Holy Body.
There it is. Holy body. Got it.
And
Oh yes, yes, the heal skill. Gotcha.
there is another AoE skill that I also don't remember the name. You can also use it in combination with Sword of Justice. They're pretty good. XP
Brandish.
power. No, not Brandish, the other one.
There's another
Piercing.
one. Oh, sword.
Sword Blast.
Yeah, yeah,
Piercing.
sword. Yep, or
Yeah,
piercing.
They have so
yeah,
many.
exactly.
Divine piercing used to miss every hit on SOD bosses. That will be helped a lot by the new attack rating formula, Bruno.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm not
not
gonna.
happening anymore.
I'm not gonna. I guess I haven't personally tested the SOD boss, but knowing all the formulas and stuff, it should not be happening like that again.
Yeah,
If
that's
it
due to
happens,
attack
let
rating,
us know.
exactly.
Yeah, the attack
So
rating
attack
adjustments
rating
should help that.
comparison to defense of the enemy. That's what causes mischance.
Yep. Does Knight have targetless AoE? I don't believe so. Correct?
I think Sword of Justice is target still, right? So no, there's
It
no
is.
target AoE. Yeah.
I think they're all that way.
I don't really know what could be targetless AoE on the character, and like it's not really made for it.
I'm just gonna do a generic AoE thing here.
I'll note it down, Ezzy, and we'll give it a try with the Divine Piercing. Divine Piercing is 100%.
So many.
Yeah, exactly, Frank. The skills that have increased attack rating are very nice against bosses.
Yeah, some characters had a rebalance of their attack rating. That's why now you can play a 1v1 Priestess,
Mm-hmm.
for instance.
The shield have synergy? What do you mean with the shield? The two shield skills? They do. They are chained. So if you get Godly Shield and I don't know what the other skill is called.
The divine shield. Yeah,
Probably they
divine
will chain.
shield.
So
Yep.
if you use Godly, you will get both effects.
There. So now I'm getting the. Oh, sweet. Lots of fun.
I'll play a 1v1 shaman for now. It's fun. Insanity.
Okay.
Well, I'll just play this for a moment here. And then we'll
Yeah.
move on. What do we got left? Was it Assassin and
Mage
Mage?
and Assassin.
Well, we're
Yeah,
doing
so let's
Assassin
do
next
Mage.
because Mage is
Oh,
holding
okay.
for last. Well, Hazo wanted to
All
do
right.
Mage, so I'm naturally going to keep that for last then. Just to make him wait longer.
To make him watch the entirety of the stream.
Yup.
Yeah, see how it is. I mean, on Mage, like the cooldown tracking is so nice because you have two ultimates to use. It's just so nice. Best till last. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I am I have no idea what to play this season with all these amazing classes. Like,
Here I am using
Like, I
my
feel like-
AoE on all single
I
targets.
feel like leveling all of them this season. I mean, I just don't know what to play anymore.
All right, we're switching it up.
Yeah, let's go. Assassin, so I'll stay on my mage.
Assassin it is. Where's the damage? I was not using a that build wasn't set up properly. I'll put it that way. Oops. Gotta switch over to that.
The mage looks broken? What do you mean with that? Keep in mind that every class at level 100 in this map with AoE farming performs exactly the same, right, Verb? If they solo it up?
The same or even better.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, no. I made a
No,
mistake.
I'm not saying compared to Bubble. I'm saying compared to each class. Like a mage and a knight and a fighter and everything,
Oh yeah.
they could
So yeah,
potentially get the same amount of XP per hour if they solo this spawn, right?
yeah, they can grind at a similar pace.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean exactly the same is impossible, but it's very similar.
Yeah,
So
and
yeah, saying when a
also
class
we
is broken is not the case. We tested this thoroughly. Like,
yeah
yeah,
we also ensured that some classes would remain special in some aspects. So
yeah,
like the mage is still the best class to grind for sure. Like unquestionably the best class. And just like Pikeman would be the best, like the top 1v1 guy because he's also discretions. But in terms of like grinding, now you can grind with any character, like really any character. No longer like you see in other servers that you're always looking for a priestess or for a mage. You can grind with any character you want.
Who's leader? Must be
heavy
Mage.
test is an S1. What is S1? C1?
S is Cursed Temple.
Oh, it's S Curse Temple.
I believe so.
I believe Verb went through every single map in the past 3 months. So
What would you
I'm
guys
gonna
like me to
say no.
show off with
Assassin.
Assassin?
I mean that's definitely Verb's category. I think. Cerex got level
So
30 on Pikeman in the beta. There we go.
the major difference to assess is that you now have a much better attack speed, especially regarding the 1v1 skills. So everyone that plays assassin will remember that if you use like running hit or short blade, you're gonna die by the end. Like it's a certain death. It is no longer happening. So
Yeah,
you can cast
running hit
those
and
skills
stuff.
really quickly.
Yep.
And if you
Sword
spend a few points on go ahead, Ash.
Blade's a good example of one to show this off.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, look at that.
Swordblade was already quite fast, but it's even faster now.
Yeah.
And then we have running hits and what are the other ones called? The first one, they're also faster now.
Finger.
Yeah, Stinger.
Stinger.
Especially if your crit mastery to 10, it's gonna affect, I believe.
Yeah.
Alright, let's switch this
So
up.
if you take crit mastery to 10, you're gonna notice that Gust's Slash is super fast. You can ride
Yeah,
really
just
quick.
like fast. Stinger, everything. It's just more fast playstyle now.
Yeah, does feel a lot.
Pollute.
Yeah, doesn't feel as clunky. Already, I can tell from the speed.
Yep.
Assassin kind of had that feeling before.
Even though it's supposed to be like the super fast character,
Yeah.
it always felt super clunky. So we had to rework that.
Yeah, another important
Regarding
thing to
party
say.
buffs, will there be a bigger indication that they fall off? Because after grinding some hours can easily be missed. Okay. Like a reminder that buffs fall off? There's none right now, no.
Oh, hello, 3 Gorgons. This should go well.
And this is what happens when you don't have someone focusing 1v1 on Gorgons, I guess.
So last point about assassins. Just like every other character, the more active you play, the more rewarding it is. So polluted is no longer the best skill to grind. Gust slash is the way to go if you're playing competitively. So you're gonna notice that polluted values are way smaller than they used to be, but don't be fooled by it. It's a damage over time skill, and damage over time skills work very differently when you're talking math. Like they do insane damage. Like you can keep nerfing them, and they keep very strong. So you can play polluted. It's gonna be a decent XP per hour, but Gust Slash is gonna be the best one for sure.
Nice. I think that's very much all for assassin. Any remaining questions? Then we move on to mages.
Let's do it. Let's finish her up.
Let's see. We have some questions. Yeah, exactly, Frank. There's always still like you can still fit in your roles and make up a very strong party composition, right? Yeah.
Totally. And I'm gonna stress this again because this cannot be forgotten. What we said about the 1v1 builds is really important that someone is dedicated to it at this moment. So you don't necessarily need to spend points on a 1v1 skill if you don't want, but someone has to be paying attention to the big mobs and the ranged mobs, because if you
Yeah.
don't, it's not going to work. Like the magician spirit here in uh, Endless Tower, for instance, he cannot be reached by the Astrophism, by Divine Lightning, so someone has to kill them. And if you play an active 1v1 build like I'm doing with the shaman, you're gonna see it pays off. It's a really fast-paced game style, and you're gonna notice some difference in your experience power.
Uh,
Yep. So teamwork makes the dream work. That's kind of what it comes down to.
Chaos, would you like
Exactly.
to give me a summary of Mage here? What we got going on now?
So mages.
Or Verb.
The
Whoever you're using.
first,
Oh, sorry. Did you
the,
did you say my name? I didn't hear
Yeah,
it.
all good. Just somebody give me a brief summary of the Mage.
so I'll go with the bad news first.
Uh-oh.
So mages were insanely powerful before the rebalance. Like I can't even tell how powerful he was. Like he would never die, and he would do using the astrophism alone. Like he was 40% stronger than any other class in terms of PvE. So really unstoppable class to the extent it was unfair to every other class in the game. So we had to do a huge nerf to the astrophism. Sorry about that. But you can use Meteor and Flame Wave, and you're gonna still be the best grinding class in the game. Like I said at the beginning, Mage is always going to be the best grinding class. So you just have to use Meteor and Flame Wave to keep a good pace. Uh,
Oh boy.
an-
Well, I'm not using any defensive skills at the moment, but
Another change is that just like every other character, you could also play a 1v1 mage now. So if you see Death Ray, I think is the name, is a
Yep,
really
different.
powerful skill at level 10. So you could hunt with your mage for the problem.
Mage gets a lot out of the cooldown trackers.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what
Holy
I was
crap.
saying when I was playing. It feels so nice to see what you're doing with your mage.
Yeah, it feels a lot
It's like
less
probably
clunky.
one of the like the most useful for mages.
Yeah, especially if you're using both Flame Wave and Meteor, right?
Yep. And that's definitely what you want to do if you want to get the maximum damage out of your build. I'm actually using Glacial Spike on this
Ah,
beast.
stop using.
Interesting.
Dang it.
Actually, who's playing Mage? Is it Ashe?
What's up?
Are you playing Mage?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, so try switching to Death Ray and Meteor
Death Ray
and
Meteor.
kill a Gorgon or
Yeah.
Undead King Hope,
Let's see
whatever.
here. Hold on
Oh,
one
use an
second.
enchant weapon too, because it
Okay.
boosts a lot of the damage.
Okay. Let me do some swaps here. Dia W and drop see you, Priestess.
Whoops. Yeah, I was banning someone on the chat, so. Little bit of a distraction. Someone claiming some other project was better. You know, we're not gonna agree with that, of course.
You can say that, not here.
Okay, so you're saying Meteor and
Death Ray
Death Ray.
and enchant weapon.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
gonna
chat weapon. I'm sorry.
summon a Gorgon here. Check this.
Okay, so we got that.
There is a Gorgon.
I'm just gonna activate everything I can here. Okay, so Gorgon, got it. Let's go. So we're gonna
It's
start
here.
with that, and then we'll hit it with that. Man, I'm
You have a
Are
lot
you
of
managing?
distractions here.
and he did. Hey, the first
A lot of
Mechanish.
distractions.
Yeah.
Like, come here. Well, use the Gorgon.
Best
Oh
tanker
goodness.
again. Don't think Mage is the best tank now, is it? I mean, it could be a very good tank if you play it as tank build. Yeah, it's full DPS build. Well, full DPS apart from having energy shield rank 8. I believe it's rank 8 energy shield, right?
Yeah, it's got a high level. This is kind of like a hybrid thing. It was as fast as I could make something work. I can't tell you
Should have
how
used Meteor first.
I can't tell you how much about these streams comes down to knowing what the skill icons are for every skill, based on its name, for when I'm setting stuff up. And then I realize how many I don't know.
So yeah,
Awesome.
what we showed about killing Gorgon now will also happen late game. So he's gonna be hunting mobs pretty well. So no longer a weak class. Like casting class has always have been cursed with being doomed to do AoE only. A mage could hunt him.
It's amazing. I think that was our classes, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was everything. All right, I'm heading to town.
Let's head to Ricarton. Yeah. Relax for a moment.
I'm gonna head to the bridge in Ricarton.
Alright.
Not the King Fury bridge. I'm gonna head to the middle of Ricarton bridge. You know where I'm talking. Yeah, there we go.
Already there.
We're Babel attacked.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Don't mind me, I'm just activating one of my cool pets.
Oh, look at you just showing off the pet. Does this character have anything?
I think so. It's BI342.
That is. Oh, I need the pay item. I don't have it. BI342. There we go.
All
I
right,
got my pet.
everyone. That was like the demo that we had for tonight, and it's been 12 o'clock, so we definitely filled in the time that we had intended to. As you can see, there's just a lot of changes. The patch notes are almost ready. But it's gonna have to be delayed till tomorrow being posted. I had hoped to post it right after the stream, but it's just so much information that's still being processed on the list. Before we end anything here, I would like to give it a little bit of time to answer any possible questions anyone wants to throw at us right now. How about that?
I like how we just happened to end on the 3 casters
Yeah.
for our classes. That was not planned.
Let's see. Is there any remaining questions? Feel free to ask. Unban, please.
I do want to state, like, you know, this was a demo, and obviously we were not doing things like, I was trying my best to make builds happen in the middle of it, but there is things may have seemed less strong than they should have been, or like, don't take this as the exact example. Get your hands on it, get a feel for it yourself, to really have that judgment of it. And yeah, that's gonna be the best way to do it.
Exactly. I hope you guys and girls and whoever is in the stream enjoyed it. And I'm super excited for Friday.
Yeah, I'm too. Super anxious. Super nervous.
What are you gonna play? Oh, I know what you're gonna play.
Oh, you asking what I'm gonna play?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know yet, actually. Mech is my
Oh, you
default.
don't?
Well, I thought I was gonna go
Yeah.
Mech, but when I saw Pikeman, I got to admit, it's changing. It's blowing my mind, actually. Like, this is a whole new world where Pikeman actually looks fun. So this might be a change up for me, because my playstyle has never aligned with Pike. But this looks interesting. So
Yeah. I started to look towards Atlanta after seeing all these changes. Any bonus to buying credits before season 5? No, there's not currently any bonus active now. Our whole new world. Yep, it's yeah, it's pretty much a whole new world. Everything has been changed. Yep. A whole new experience, yet very, very classic feeling.
always classic inspired, but still
Classic
pushing forward.
inspired.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. Going towards 2022 while being the classic inspired game that it's supposed to be.
Cool.
What is this pet skin we are getting? The one that you get as reward for getting level 102 is the Mecha Hopi. And we can't actually currently show it in game. There's no demo model for it in game right now.
I have a picture, I think. Give me 1 second here. I might be able
Yeah,
to
you have
just
it's in the developer notes on Discord.
let's see here.
Oh,
Well,
there it is. It spawned right in town.
oh, wow, that's nobody can see this because I'm too busy trying to.
Is
So
the VOD from this demo going to be available in this channel? I believe it's going to be available on YouTube, not on this channel. Am I correct?
yeah, I have the recording locally. We'll put it up on YouTube.
Yep. That's the pet you're getting, just not the size that you see it there.
Yeah, not this size. It also won't be attacking people in the city. All right. Well, I think we will call it there then for the evening.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you everybody for coming by. This was a fun time. I hope you
Thanks
all
for
have
watching.
fun this coming Friday. The season will be launching in, let's see here, exactly from this time. What is that? Two days, 1 day, 18 hours? Am I doing my math right on that one?
Yeah, you're doing your math exactly right. 1 day and 18 hours. And
Perfect.
before you close down the stream, maybe you want to host the live stream,
Yes,
and then people can actually see the countdown. So
I
yeah.
was gonna send people over that way. So we are going to.
Awesome.
I'm gonna send everybody over to our 24/7 live stream, which will be making a return during seasons. It was on a brief hiatus. But yeah, so you can watch all the action when you're not playing also. So send you there now. Well, have a good rest
Nice.
of your evening if you still have an evening left, or have a good night. And we will see you Friday.
Good night.
See you, everybody.